Yo, I ain't here for the money, I ain't here for the fame. Though it might be nice to own a jet plane, I'ma do it all for you.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back. We're gonna be starting a new series here involving the M3. We are currently gonna tear it totally apart down to the chassis and see if we can repair some rust spots that are down there. If not, we'll have to buy a new chassis, and then we're gonna totally rebuild her with a bunch of new parts. We'll use what we can, but some stuff is gonna just go bye-bye, and we're gonna replace it along with tearing the engine apart and maybe putting a turbo on it. So it's gonna be a really long project, and there'll be lots of videos. I'll keep you updated. We're just currently on the teardown. I'll show you what's going on with that right here. So as you can see under here, we got some rust going right along here. It's pretty bad. All this, there should be a plate along here, closed up like here, but it's just rusted away. Tore off my fender. I still got my side skirt. We got all this rust on this pan right here. I should just be able to sand off and repaint it. And then back here in this corner, we got some rust. It's not too bad. That should be repairable. You know, all these parts got rusted on them. I'm either gonna replace them or sand all the rust off and repaint them. Got rust on these brackets, rust on the exhaust. That's probably going bye-bye. All over my diff. Like this rusting away. My bracket for it. My axles. Just everything. Underneath my gas tank. All my brackets for shit. So we gotta get all that shit repaired. Or maybe replace it, I'm not sure. Same thing over here with the holes. As you can see, there used to be something here. There's still something there on this side, but on the other side it's like gone. So I'm gonna bring the car down and we'll show you what's going on up top. Alright, now we got her on the ground. You can see we got a lot of stuff from right here. I have the whole front end off. Fan blades are totally gone, which I knew about that, but so that needs to get replaced. We have this side. I got the spark plugs and coil packs out. That's about all I've done over here. Over here I have the whole intake manifold off, along with the alternator and most of the wiring taken off. There's a couple connectors that I still have to get, but I'm gonna do from underneath. And yeah, so we're gonna keep working up here, trying to get the engine, tranny, and front subframe out. What's going on, guys? We're back out here at the shop again, working on the E36. Just gonna do another update here. It's the next day. Got quite a bit done. Have a few things left to drop, to be able to drop everything out. But I'll show you what I've gotten done. I have all of our shocks unmounted. We got our brake calipers off, our parking brake sensor, our brake pad awareness sensor off. Our control arms are loose, haven't dropped them all the way out yet. We got all our subframe bolts loose. Everything back here is loose and pretty much ready to go. All that's really left is to just, as we're pulling it out, pull our control arms down here, have them unbolted, and then bring the brake calipers through there. I will be taking them off eventually, probably repainting them, but I just don't feel like dealing with the brake fluid mess right now, so I'm just gonna leave them. And then we got our subframe bolts, 1, 2, 3, and 4, and then as we go up front here, I still have one bolt that I gotta figure out right up in here. It's rusted on, and then there's 2 bolts up here, and same thing on the other side that have to come off after these brackets come off, but I can't do that. Well, this bar can really stay, but I just gotta drop this bracket down. Have the exhaust come down. And then I guess it does have to come off because the drive line's here. Never mind. Okay, moving on up front. Alright, up front I have our up top struts. They're loose. All the bolts are loose, but they're not taken out yet. We got our brake caliper off and out of the way. Had to disconnect our sway bar end link so the brake line could go through there. We have all of our subframe in the front unbolted. All of our bolts are loose. Popsicles are loose. X brace is loose. I can't get the exhaust mounted from the manifold, so I'm just leaving it until I get it off. I have my O2 sensors up there I still gotta take off. And a couple other little things like my emergency brake cables. And then it's finished, just drop it on the ground and take all the bolts out. And she should be bare. So let's get to work. What's going on, guys? Back out here for day 3 or 4. Let's see what's going on. You can see I have all the drivetrain out. We have the rear subframe along with all the suspension components and control arms. Left the driveline in, which is what I'm in the process of taking out right now so I can separate the front subframe and the rear subframe and put them someplace else. Because I'm going to start on the body with all the rust and get the body ready to accept the all drivetrain, and then I'll go work on the drivetrain and rebuild the engine and everything. So I'm just gonna tear all this apart to smaller pieces and then move it to better locations, and then we'll start working on this.